Down in the place to be. Forget your cares and the war, most definitely.
What goes on, guys? Today, we're back here again with yet another review, and today we're taking a look at some more Marvel Legends. We're going to be taking a look at the brand new Hasbro Marvel Legends Squadron Supreme 2-pack of Marvel's Hyperion and Marvel's Doctor Spectrum. Now, I'm really torn on these, because on one hand, I'm pretty excited to be building out the Squadron Supreme a little bit more, but these figures don't look great. And I do have a couple problems with them, already. I mean, they just Hasbro'd them. So let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging real quick. So it's your pretty standard Marvel Legends packaging, at least in this day and age. But, I mean, as of recently, a couple of days ago, maybe last week, Hasbro announced that they are going to be bringing the windows back on their packaging. So, I mean, I think that's pretty cool. I don't really care either way. I am an environmentalist in terms of, I study wildlife, so I do a lot of ecology work. So I was fine that they weren't using plastics, but, of course everybody had to complain about it and this, that, or the other. But it does cause a lot of problems as well, and I'm not a huge fan of the windowless packaging as it is, but I feel obligated to say that I don't think it's the best idea, but what are you going to do? So the packaging looks okay for what it's supposed to be. On the top, you do get the Squadron Supreme logo, and then on the bottom, you see it's only $50 at GameStop. It's not terrible. Where the hell is the barcode for you guys? Is it under this? I guess it's under the GameStop sticker. It is. Wow, it's a small barcode. Well, there's a barcode if you're looking for it. I don't know if this is hitting Targets and things, or if this is a specialty shop exclusive, but I don't know. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get back into this. So, getting the teammates out of the packaging. There's things that I like, and there's things that I don't like. I won't say that they're completely awful. I think Spectrum's pretty bad. Just multiple things. I mean, look at that leg. How it's in a... I don't understand how that gets warped, but whatever. And it just feels cheap. And it's Bucky Cap again, really. They did give him the pinless arms, but not the... Whatever. We'll get into it. But I actually do like the Hyperion pretty much. There's a lot more to like about him than I thought there was going to be. Sure, I wish that they made these arms pinless, but that aside, he's a pretty damn cool figure. So we'll go ahead and start with Doctor Spectrum first, just to get the bad out of the ugly out of the way. It's just not a great figure. I mean, there's really nothing much to like about it. I know that's coming from somebody who doesn't hate Bucky Cap, but the paint just looks so cheap on this. I don't know. There's holes in it all over. This is a hollow plastic, and it just, I don't know. I'm not really rocking with it, because if it was this color all the way around, and I think they should have. I don't know what color they molded this in, but I think they should have molded the shoulders in the color of the arm and painted the blue on. Personally, I think they should have done that. Would have made it a little bit more consistent, and then I think they should have molded the body in the yellow, because the red's not terrible, but the yellow just looks bad in person. Maybe that's just me. And we have pinless legs. Again, why are we not using them? I don't know. Because it just looks cheap. It's as basic and as generic as Marvel Legends come. I mean, there's no new parts on him, except maybe his head sculpt and his accessory. But I feel like his head sculpt's even reused from somewhere else. And he doesn't have cool paint detail on there like Hyperion does. I'll show Hyperion in a minute. But yeah, I think the upper torso could have been resculpted to have the lines on there with the actual gem. That would have been cool. But unfortunately, we just didn't get that. So, this is not, look at that. That's awful. That just doesn't look good. But that's coming from somebody who thinks that this costume design is ugly to begin with. I don't like it, but I don't even think Hasbro did a good job at relaying an ugly costume. You do get a vertical hinge for the grip hands. That's great. There's nothing for him to really hold that he can with them, but you do get a couple of accessories with him. So you do get alternate open hands. So you get a yellow one and a red one, of course. That's cool. I do like that. I think they might be a little big, but I actually kind of like when they have the big proportions, so that's fine with me. And then you do get the diamond that he uses to summon his powers kind of thing. I'm not the hugest Squadron Supreme know-it-all guy, but usually what he does is kind of something like that. Like so cool idea I would love to read more Squadron Supreme stories. So if you guys have any good books with them in it, recommend them, because I would go look them up and read them up. And then finally, you do get these bubbly power effects that we've seen a million times. That just clip on the wrist. I've broken these almost every time I've gotten them, but I am actually happy to have them with this character, because it's kind of his thing. So I'm not gonna. Well, I guess I can, but his wrists are too big for the smaller ones. You do got to get them on the forearm. It's whatever. It's nothing crazy. We've seen it maybe 10,000 times, but in a character like this, it does work. As far as articulation goes, I don't really think I need to go over it super in depth, but I might as well just show it a little bit for you guys. The head goes up, down, rotate, no real pivot. Shoulders go up, down, rotate. Like, look, they didn't even paint all the way under. Like, so it only works about that far until the sculpt gets, or the paint gets messed up. It's just lazy. Up, rotate, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and then the wrist swivel and hinge. And then, like you saw, you got a vertical hinge for them. He'll crunch forward, he'll crunch back, he'll rotate. He does the splits down, he'll kick forward, back, upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, calf rotation, and then the ankle goes down, up, and pivot. I like that they changed the feet from them humongous feet. They're kind of like more average sized feet. I don't know if they're always the feet that they use for Bucky Cap. I don't think they are. I'm actually pretty positive they're not, but I think if they switched the legs, I could deal with the paint, but the legs are really bothering me, that they're warped and that they're pins. I don't like that, especially for a really basic figure like this. Put in the money to fix that up. I think that that's a little ridiculous that they didn't do that. But when it comes to Hyperion, I actually do really like this. It's not perfect. There's a couple flaws on it. One thing that really annoys me, but although overall it's fine. I mean, I wish it was pinless, but that's not the thing that annoys me. One thing I really like is they did an awesome job on this head sculpt. I like the expression. I love that there's like a little dry brush in the hair, the paint detail on the mask with like the darker on the top and then the lighter on the underside. That's awesome. Again, why couldn't Doctor Spectrum get like a little bit of like paint detail around the eye? I mean, I feel like Doctor Spectrum really got the shit on the shingle on this one. But you do get like that moldy, twirly plastic for the cape. It doesn't look terrible. It's not great neither. And then this is like the Hercules arms, pretty much from the shoulder down. I don't know if these are new legs. I don't know. They might be. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But the torso is new because obviously you get like his like weird tall metal diaper. I really don't know what that would be considered, but it's a cool design. And then you get like his atomic logo for Hyperion, and then an new upper torso that's like big and bulky. I think it looks good. I do think it looks good. And then the legs, like I said, they look good with the boots. No paint. There's like really barely any paint on this other than the head. It's just this and then the tops of the sleeves. So, but honestly, if it works, it works. So he only comes with a pair of grip hands, which is stupid. I don't know why he has grip hands, but on the back of the box, it shows that it's supposed to be an open hand and a grip hand. I would have much rather just had two open hands. Whatever. I don't really care about Hyperion coming with a bunch of stuff, but those are useless. They'll never get used. As far as articulation goes, this is where my one problem lies. So he does look up fantastically. So flying character looks great. Down, rotate side to side, and then pivots a little bit. I just wish that we would go to the double ball pegs. Other companies are killing it with it. Shoulders go upwards only about that far, which on the Hercules body, I feel like they went up all the way, even when they use them on Thor. So this one I feel like could go up a little bit more. He's just kind of stuck, but goes down, rotates 360, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. I love these arms. I just wish that they were made them pinless. And then the wrist swivel and hinge. Now this is where my problem lies in the torso. It's got good range. It's not terrible. It'll crunch forward a little bit. I love when people complain about McFarlane's not crunching forward. This isn't crunching forward neither. And then back, but when it rotates, it's got like that clicky thing. So I can't tell if I'm breaking it, which kind of sucks because I'm the guy who kind of likes to pose like leaning forward and twisting the torso. So I just been kind of taking it easy, loosening it up a little bit. Just, it bothers the hell out of me. I hate that. I've broken so many Marvel Legends with joints like that. Hips go out that far. He'll kick forward, back. Upper thigh cut's a little tight on him. Double jointed, pinless knees. Again, I hate when it's one and not the other. It just feels half-assed. They did that shit on Hercules himself. These might be Hercules' legs. I don't know. At least from the boot up. I actually think they are, because there is veins on there. Yeah, they're probably Hercules. And then the pin, it swivels at the calf, and then the ankle goes down, up, and pivot. So, again, it's not as lazy. It's still kind of lazy, but they did really put in the effort to make a cool new torso. I just wish that it worked a little bit better. The cape is new. The head is great. So, yeah, I actually think that this one turned out rather nice. In terms of scaling, if you're surprised about either one of these, I'd be surprised. So here they are with the Jazzwares Fortnite Series Peely, and then the neck of Kong. Then you have Darwin and Batman. I mean, again, I just can't believe that we're still getting Pizza Spider-Man mold and Bucky Cap in 2023. That blows my mind. Whatever. And then you do get Zombie Cap with them. So, did I say Zombie Cap for Darwin? Darwin, not Zombie Cap, but you do get Zombie Cap. It's just nuts that, like, you get figures like this, and then you get figures like this. These don't even look like they're from the same line. I don't know. But, you know, whatever. They're just scaling. Nothing crazy. So at this point, you guys are probably wondering, yo, Am, what are your final thoughts on this figure set? And I gotta say, I'm surprised in a way of that. I do really like the Hyperion. I think he turned out a lot cooler than I expected. I like that upper torso, so I'm hoping that they do use it more. I don't know if they will. I'm sure they will. But, you know, it's pretty cool. It's not a perfect figure. I wish the elbows were pinless. Honestly, I'll say right here that if they were pinless and he came with not grippy hands, he would have been pretty much perfect. But, you know, I guess they always leave a little bit of room for improvement, because then they can milk it down the road and give us another Hyperion in like 4, 5, 6 years. And, you know, then I'll be a sucker and grab it. But Spectrum kind of is poopy. Really needed different legs. If it had different legs, I would have been okay with it, but I think the colors are just completely off, especially on the back of mine. Like, I don't know if they're all like that. It looks awful. The paint looks crappy. There's no paint on the face. I don't like that. The accessory is cool with the little diamond Spectrum thing, and then, you know, the effects parts. But I don't know why I didn't come with fists. The grip hands are stupid. Whatever. But anyway, at a price point of $50, I'll go ahead and give this... I'll give it a 6, because Hyperion's pretty damn cool. And subjectively, I really like him. I had fun posing him around, but objectively, it's a pretty dookie pack in terms of, like, value per dollar, and Spectrum sucks. So I'm going to give it a 6. Spectrum really brings it down. But anyway, I believe that's all I got for today. So if you have not already, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Whoa! Also be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I post a lot over there, and I have a lot of fun. So I'm sure you all will too. But as always, let me know. You copping? See you guys in the next one.